Okay, YouTube, welcome to another episode, vlog, whatever you want to call it. A little bit of a different one today. So this is my condo rooftop. Very beautiful actually on an evening. Little bit of a different video for you today. So as much as I love doing the vlogs, the days in the life, week in the life, all the stuff that I've been doing, I also want to provide a certain level of actual educational value and content and things that you can actually go away and implement, because ultimately this is what I do. This is my job. You've seen on the previous vlogs that I'm a coach and this is what I do. So I feel like it's only right to also provide some value for you guys who are watching. So today I want to cover, it's not beer by the way. I've had a few people comment before saying that I'm drinking Singer beer, 0 calorie. Lovely. 0 sugar. Even if it did have sugar, I would still drink it. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. So what I want to cover today is the biggest fat loss mistakes that I see a lot of people doing. And I'm coming at this from my own personal experience. I've actually gone on a little bit of a weight loss transformation myself, losing 18 kilos, boozing very heavily, taking a lot of drugs, not really having a purpose, seriously lacking confidence and self-esteem, and managed to turn it all around. I'll put a picture here as well so you can see. So not only am I speaking from personal experience, but I'm also speaking from experience of working with hundreds of weight loss clients over the past 7 years. So I would like to think I'm pretty well versed in this stuff, and my track record of client results would also back that up without trying to sound like a arrogant prick. So yeah, biggest fat loss mistakes I see. Hopefully you can resonate to some of them. Maybe you won't resonate and you can switch off this video early. If you do resonate, hit a like, give me a little subscribe as well. So the first one is eating too little. Okay, now I feel like not a lot of people talk about this, but when you want to lose weight, it's really tempting and it's really easy to want to eat as little as possible and eat as little calories as possible, right? Eat really small portions. And logically, like, that would make sense, right? If you want to lose weight, you need to obviously eat less calories, and the way to eat less calories would be to consume smaller portions. On the surface it seems simple and it seems like the most logical thing to do, but here's why eating little and small portions is actually a huge fat loss mistake. If you're eating small portions, you're just not going to be satiated. Satiated is just a fancy word for feeling full. If you're eating small meals, the chances of you being full are going to be a lot less. And then if you're not feeling full, going to be constantly feeling hungry, you're more likely to snack, you're more likely to crave certain foods, and you're more likely to give in on the diet. I want you to think about actually eating more food. Now, when I say more food, I don't just mean stuffing your face with pizza, pasta, burgers, all the stuff that made you gain weight in the first place. But I'm talking about more high volume foods. You probably already know this, but protein should be a staple in all of your meals when you want to lose body fat. If you don't know how much to eat, just aim for a palm sized serving with each meal. It's a good sort of baseline to start with. And then we want to look at high fiber foods. It sits in the stomach longer and it makes us feel fuller for longer. Staple source of fiber would be a good serving of vegetables. Good thing about vegetables, packed with micronutrients, all essential vitamins that the body needs. It's low calorie and it's high fiber, meaning it's going to keep us fuller for longer. Okay, now you can really bulk your meals out with a protein source, some veggies, and a good carb source. A lot of people watching this will think that you shouldn't eat those when you're trying to lose fat, which is actually going to be my next point. But yeah, going back to eating more food, I'm talking about more quality of food, more volume of food. If you have bigger meals, you're not going to feel like you need to snack in between meals. You're not going to feel hungrier in an evening. and you're more likely to adhere to your diet. Not only that, you're going to be eating more food, which is a win-win. Okay, so my second point, you're not eating carbs. Now, there's hundreds, probably thousands of debates online about whether you should or shouldn't eat carbs when you want to lose fat. Now, do you need carbs? No, you don't. The body can survive without carbs, but the chances are you're probably going to feel like shit, especially if you're someone like myself and the clients who I work with who value performance, who value training hard. You need carbs. It's the body's preferred source of energy. You need to keep your glycogen stores topped up if you're doing intense exercise. But not only that, all the best foods are carbs: pizza, pasta, burgers, chips, fries, whatever you call them. You know, all these things that we enjoy and we value eating, usually with other people for enjoyment, for celebration, if you're going out for a meal, all these things we enjoy. Why wouldn't you want to have that as part of a balanced, flexible diet? Now, it goes without saying, you obviously need to control how much of these you do consume, but you don't need to completely get rid of them. Like, if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily train hard, you probably could get away with not eating carbs, but long term, I just feel like you're probably going to be a little bit miserable. I've tried it. I didn't like it. I felt like shit. I had no energy. I've seen people on meal plans as well who've literally just been given chicken and veg or fish and veg or protein and salad, and they've been training like 2-3 times a day, and they're just walking around like the fucking Walking Dead because they've just completely sapped of any energy, like in the name of losing weight. Like, it's crazy. There is a better way. And when I lost 18 kilos, I didn't cut out carbs, and the guys who I work with don't cut out carbs, and they're losing like up to 20-25 kilos. I've had one guy lose 50 kilos. So, you know, the proof is there. You don't need to cut out carbs. You probably need to control how many you do eat, but you don't need to completely get rid of them. That's usually why most people fail, is because they cut out a certain food group, they cut out an entire macronutrient, or they cut out all of the things they enjoy, and then wonder why they can't stick to it. And the last mistake most people make when it comes to fat loss is doing exercise that they don't like to do. Like, for example, running. I love running, but I love it for a different reason, not for weight loss. When I lost my weight, I didn't run a single mile. I hated running before I came to Thailand. I absolutely hated it. You don't need to run to lose fat. Like, it is a way to burn calories, yes, but we need to start looking at exercise as more than just a tool to burn calories, because it's so much more than that. It's an outlet to de-stress. It's a thing that we can do to get better at a skill. It's going to help us get stronger. It's going to help us get fitter. It's going to help us feel better. It's a chance to connect with new people. You do group classes. It's a chance to spend time with friends if you work out together, or even your partner. So there's so much more to exercise than just burning calories. In fact, if I was to look at all the benefits of exercise and like list them from most important to least important, burning calories would be at the bottom end of that list, because there's so much more to exercise, really. With that being said, why wouldn't you do more of what you enjoy, especially if you're someone who struggles to stay consistent with the gym and working out? One hack to being consistent with exercise is just doing more of what you enjoy. Now listen, not every workout you do is going to be fun, okay? Like, it's just not. Some days you're not going to be feeling it, you're going to be tired, you're going to feel like you can't be arsed, but you will still show up to it. If it's an exercise or a type of training that you enjoy, you will still show up to it regardless of whether you can be asked or not. If it's something, if you look at a program and it's got a list full of exercises that you absolutely hate, you're not going to stick to it, are you? You might have a little bit of willpower for a couple of weeks, and you might push through and get through it. But when you've had a stressful day at work, you're pissed off, you're hungry, you're tired, you don't really feel like working out, the chances of you going to do a workout that you don't enjoy are very, very slim. Figure out what it is you enjoy and just do more of that. And this might change as well over time. It doesn't always have to be the same thing. But as long as you're getting some level of enjoyment out of it, that's going to keep you showing up, doing the work, turning up to the gym again and again and again. So there you have it. My 3 biggest fat loss mistakes that I see most people doing. If you make any of these mistakes, don't worry about it. It's very common. Most people do. I've given you some things that you can take away and hopefully go and implement. As I said at the start, if you like this video, if you take some value from this video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't take any value from it, press dislike. Don't subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this piece of content and you want to see more of this sort of longer form educational stuff, let me know and I will put more of it out. Peace.